That's why we are here today to debut the 2023 Tahoe RST Performance Edition. Did you see that? Yes, I was there. I was there at the reveal for that 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe RST Performance Edition, and in today's video, I'm going to show and tell you all about it. All right, so I was lucky enough to be there for the reveal of this 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe Performance Edition, RST Performance Edition at that. What I'm going to talk about today, though, I'm going to tell you the 0 to 60 time on this vehicle. I'm going to tell you the price increase, the top speed of it. But before I get into that and what my impressions are of this vehicle, I currently have a Tahoe. My wife drives every day. It's one of our daily driver. Love the vehicle. So obviously I have a little bit of a vested interest in, thinking about what is this vehicle really like? How does it perform? And so stay tuned for the end of the video because I'm going to be giving my impressions on it. But also before that, I had the ability and the opportunity to speak to Howard Smith. Now, Howard Smith is the performance variant manager for police vehicles and performance SUVs for General Motors. And he went over with me what they did to make it the Performance Edition. So let's talk to him first, and then we'll hear my impressions after that.
Hi, I'm Howard Smith, the performance variant manager for the police vehicles and performance SUVs.
All right, so curious, can you tell me what makes this different from a regular RST? What makes this the Performance Edition?
Good question. The answer is lots.
Okay.
Starting up front, our engine modifications are the high performance induction system, the calibration, the engine calibration that supports it. It has a high performance exhaust system as well to give it that good throaty sound. Continuing that theme from front to rear, you can see we have the Brembo 6-piston front brakes and 16-inch rotors on the vehicle, painted in torch red, and the rear calipers also match that color. Also as important is the Police Pursuit tire on this vehicle.
Okay.
20-inch tire enables a lot of the performance that the Police Tahoe enjoys. It has the lowered chassis height that the police vehicle has, a special...
How much lower would that be than a traditional Tahoe?
About 10 millimeters in the front and 20 in the back.
Okay.
So pretty good job. Not totally a level job, but it did drop the CG enough to feel it. Okay. The police springs and dampers are underneath it. It also has unique tunings for the brakes, for the chassis controls. The transmission, we call it Pass-Pal internally, but it allows the vehicle to anticipate downshifts and hold shifts for sportier driving. Those CALs, by the way, get enabled when you press the sport driving mode on the vehicle. But continuing on, the vehicle has a black RST badge on it to differentiate it from its other RST on the road. And inside we have some support pedals on the brake and accelerator pedal.
What's the horsepower and torque increase on this?
Sure. The horsepower is 433 horsepower, 467 foot-pounds of torque. Okay. So it's a 13% horsepower, or 13 horsepower 13
increase.
Horsepower bump, about 7 foot-pounds or pound-feet of torque.
That's pretty impressive.
It does. You feel it in the 0 to 60 in the quarter mile.
Especially with it being a bit more planted too, like you said, being a little bit lower.
Absolutely. Right? This is really a fun vehicle to drive, not just the straight line performance, but it really handles well. You would not think that's a 5,800-pound truck.
Well, so I have one, and I have 3 kids, and I just have to convince my wife that this is the one that we really need the next time around. Well, there you have it. There's a lot to this vehicle, more than you would think. Now, I know one of the first things people are going to say is, Jeff, why didn't they not supercharge it? They did it in the Cadillac Escalade. It's got almost 700 horsepower in that vehicle. Why do they only go with the Performance Edition as opposed to supercharging it like they've done in the Cadillac version, right? Well, first and foremost, that was one of the things I asked off camera to Howard about, and he made some great points, and I think it was already something I'd kind of been thinking about, but he kind of reaffirmed what my thoughts were, and he's trying to, first of all, trying to keep it somewhat cost efficient, right? I mean, let's be honest, the Cadillac Escalade V is $149,000 American starting price, right? So that is out of the budget for most people out there who are looking for an SUV, especially somebody with a family. I mean, myself, I have, 3 children, 2 dogs, my wife. I mean, to think about buying a $150,000 vehicle as one of our vehicles is just crazy to think about. But As far as the RST Performance Edition, by the way, there is a price that I have on it. This package, although it's, you know, you order the vehicle as it is, but the package increase price is $8,525. So it's less than $10,000 more than a regular RST, but it gives you a whole lot of things. You know, again, the Brembo brakes, it's lower, different tires, you know, Firestone police tires. And of course, it's already got the 6.2 in it, right? Because you're only getting this horsepower and this increase in this performance out of a 6.2. So my overall impressions, of course, the vehicle already looks awesome. You know, again, I love the Tahoe. I like how they look. I think it would look really cool in black with the red Brembo brakes on it. But and then the performance, again, I think, you know, as mentioned, it's a heavy vehicle. It's a big vehicle. Again, having driven it all the time as a daily driver, we really noticed that, like, I don't know that I'd want to be going, you know, super fast. And by the way, speaking of speed, this Tahoe does the 0 to 60 in 5.78 seconds and a top speed of 124 miles an hour. I don't think I would want to go any faster than that in a vehicle of this size. If I want to go fast, I want to be in something else, right? But again, I think it really boils down to the price of the vehicle and keeping it in line with, you know, as it is. We already know the pricing of vehicles is going up and up and getting harder and harder to get into a bigger vehicle, luxury vehicle, and, you know, with a decent price. So the fact that they can give us some performance, some extra handling, you know, that kind of stuff, and keep it at a little bit better price, or a lot better price than you would an Escalade V, I think it was actually a good choice they did with this. Now, would I like to see them offer a supercharger as an option? Yeah. I mean, the other thing that Howard said to me was, it's not as easy as just dropping, you know, an engine, you know, into the vehicle. There's a lot of engineering that goes behind it. And so, you know, what they could do with what's already existing and just tune it up was a lot easier and a lot more cost efficient than trying to drop a whole new engine. Anyways, that's my impression on it. What do you guys and what do you folks think? I'd love to hear it. Comment below. Until next time, everybody, take care.